Hello everybody and welcome back to Dana's Coloring Obsession. This is the first video of our color along for January in Lost and Found by R.J. Hampson. You all voted and over 100 votes came back and this was the winner. So this is what we're gonna color. I've got some ideas. I was going to try to do just one video, and I know that's what you guys prefer, and I'm so sorry, but my life does not allow that right now. I'm going to try to only do 2 videos if I can, though. I don't want to, any more than that is probably just too much, but I'm do what I can. Sorry. Okay, so, got lots of plans for this. The background, we're actually going to use some washi tape. Not the entire background, but like strips, like it would be like wallpaper. So I'm going to try that for the first time, but we're not going to do the wallpaper today. I'm just letting you know. But I chose this really pretty focus camera. Can you focus camera? It's not going to focus. It's a very light grayish blue background with white flowers. It's very cute. And I think this will go with everything, but that's why we're going to probably do the background last because depending on how the colors flow in the rest of the page, this might end up clashing. So I've got a whole bunch of other floral washies and stuff that I purchased. And I've got more than this, but anyways, we might end up using a different one, but we'll see. Okay, so I thought, let's see, well, let's start with the washing machine. I think in general, I'm going to do grays. We're going to be using Black Widows, and like before, I have my hearts ready to go for you guys. Let's see, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit, and we will get started. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. Sorry, I want to say that first. All right, here we are. Let me grab my hearts. I've got shadow, charcoal, and spiderweb. Again, these are all Black Widows, and I do have all of the Black Widow sets, and so the numbers coincide with the sets that they are in. Like for instance, Spiderweb is in the Black Widow set, Charcoal's in the Cobra set. That's what the letters mean in front of the numbers, just so you know, if you didn't already know. Okay, so let me go. Okay, here's our pencils, and of course I didn't sharpen them. Stand by, and as always, I'm going to take my darkest color, which is the charcoal, in the Cobra set, and I'm just gonna do the outline. I'm gonna move this a little bit, and I'm gonna lightly use circular motions, and I'm just gonna start out giving myself a base. I don't know exactly where my shadows and everything are gonna be, so I'm just kind of gonna outline the whole machine since it's a big square with the darker color. And I'm going to turn this. I'm sorry, you guys. I know that I'm not supposed to do that. But I have to, the way that everything is angled right now on my desk, I've got to, otherwise I can't color correctly here. And I'll try not to do that as much as possible, but just for this top part here. Okay, so that's that one for now. I might probably go back to it, I'm assuming. This next color is Shadow. Where's my pencil? There it is. And I'm just going in from the dark, filling in some of this area. And we'll deal with all of this up here later. I'm not quite sure what I'm what I'm gonna do with all those knobs and buttons and things. Haven't really thought that part through yet. All I know is that we have a gray washing machine, we have pink socks down here, and I'm gonna do my best to make the inside of the new Narnia world as magical looking as possible. Those are my thoughts on this page so far. And I hope you agree. And it looks like I am going to have to go back in with the charcoal on the edges after this, just to blend them in together a little bit better, because the dark edge goes away a little bit when you're blending with the lighter color. And I just want it to be a little more of a drastic difference. And I'm sticking with that edge. I don't know if you can see this. My camera is not the best. Can you see this? See the diagonal edge there? If you stay on that edge, it creates a soft, no line. Oops, I'm sorry. Come on, camera. There we go. No lines coverage, and that's what I'm trying to stay away from. I don't want lines on my washing machine. And it looks like I've decided that in these skinnier areas, it's just going to be the charcoal and the shadow. I don't have room for the spider web, which is our lightest gray. So in these tiny skinny areas between the door frame and the edge of the machine, it's going to be just the two colors. Yeah, it's definitely going to be at least 2 videos, probably, hopefully just 2 videos, just because I can already hear Jackson downstairs. He's with my husband, but he's a little Mr. Diva, and if I'm not with him, he starts to get upset. I'm his person. Dad does his best, and he loves Dad, but Dad doesn't really. Oh, you know what? Look at that. I didn't do the dark charcoal on the bottom edge of the door. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, we're going to stop with that real quick. And we're going to use the charcoal and finish the outline down here on the door. Sorry, I have my dog on the brain. He actually let me sleep a little bit last night, which was nice. So I hope that means he's getting better. And I feel so bad for him too, because he's getting frustrated too, because he can't move, you know? He can't do what normally he could do. And he's frustrated and he doesn't understand and he's scared. It's awful. For those of you who don't know, my 13-year-old miniature wiener dog slipped a disc in his neck a few days ago, and he can't move his right side, and he's not happy about it, understandably. And neither are we. So, okay. Going back to shadow to finish up the bottom here. Oops, using the wrong edge. Good job, Dana. I am going to use the lightest gray down here though. So these 2 spots will only have the 2 colors, but I am going to use the lightest gray, which is spider web. And I'll show you that when I use it, obviously, down here. There's a little bit of a line that's forming right there. I don't know if you guys can see that when I'm going over it with my pencil, but there's nothing making it. That's weird. Okay. Maybe there's something on the page. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go back, before we go to the lightest gray, I'm going to go back to my darkest gray and kind of redo the shadow that I created because I want it darker. And I'm a slow colorist, and this is why. Because I go back and forth because I'm not happy with the color. It really won't be very long though, just to deepen up the edges, that's all. And then I'm going to go back in with shadow and just make sure there's no line that I've created. And then we'll go with our light gray. It's so hard for me to do this upper part the way I hold my arm on camera without turning the page. Ugh. This is going up here for a second. Okay, now I'm going to take shadow real quickly and just make sure there's no firm line at the edge of what I just did. Just making sure it blends well. Okay, let's go in now with the spider web and see how we go. That's shadow. Where's my spider web? There it is. Ta-da! Our gray washing machine. So exciting. I guess I am going over this area. It's just covered already. Oh, Buddy's sounding off. Maybe there's a neighbor at our door. Okay. So that is how we're going to do this part. Oops. Sorry. This part down here. And then around the outside of the buttons and stuff. So I'm going to do that part off camera so you guys can do it just how I did that bigger area. But we're going to move on to a different section. Let's do the pink socks because they're fun. I love pink, so that makes me happy. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Sorry. Okay. Where are my pinks? Here they are. And I will zoom you into the socks here in a second. I gotta grab my hearts. Okay. Made in pink. Now, should we do this whole sock or that one for you guys? We will do this one, the one on the door. Okay, let's put it over here. Uh-oh, my son's starting his big, huge truck. You probably can hear that. Oh, and it's not happy. It's like 11 degrees outside where I'm at right now and 2 inches of ice everywhere. So his truck is a diesel and it's not happy of the cold. But right now what I'm doing is gonna outline with the darkest pink here. This area, the heel and the toe of the sock. And put a little bit Make sure there's no line, with some small circles around the edge. Like that. And then I'm gonna go and with tiny small circles, kind of in a line, just the ribbing of the sock. These are fuzzy socks, I think. At least I'm wanting them to be. Outlining that line that RJ provided us. Like that. Then I'm going to take our delicious pink and I'm going to go on the inside of that darker pink. And kind of on the outside edge of the darker pink on the lines as well. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a line with this delicious pink out here on the outside edge as well. And obviously fuzz it out so that there's no line. Just on the outside edges. Like that. And then I'm going to take our light pink, which is very light, and I'm going to go over the whole thing. Cover up the light spots. That was Bear. We have 3 fur babies, so to hear them in my videos is not a surprise. We have lots of fur babies in our house. Okay. I'm gonna actually take the delicious pink again and go on the outside one more time, making no line because that kind of faded and I want it to be a little darker. Okay, and then I'm going to take the light pink one more time, go over anything that needs to be blended. And there's our sock. Woo! And this one will obviously be the same color. I'll do that off camera too. So I'm going to finish the outside edge of the machine, which we've already done this, and I'm going to finish this sock by next time. So I'm going to do I'm going to help us along a little bit, but I'm going to make sure I show you at least how to do it. Okay, so next, let me move the camera a little bit. Okay. Next, we're going to do this little dude here. And he's got some spots, it looks like. Mr. Shaggy Dog. Let's see. I have browns that I want to use. And my hearts. We've got tarantula, saddle, and fawn. So he's going to be kind of a reddish brown dog. And we're going to take fawn, which is our lightest brown, light tan really. And I'm going to go over the entire dog very lightly so that I like to do that on fur because it provides kind of a base coat that we don't have to deal with any white background when we're trying to flick hair and stuff like that. I actually might grab another darker brown than tarantula because I forgot it's fur we have to do. I might grab some more, but I will cut that part out, so don't worry about that. But we're going to go over the whole dog in fawn first. Spots and all. Okay, I know you guys probably can't see that very well, but he's covered in fawn. His whole body. Not obviously not his nose and his collar, but okay, so we're gonna leave that alone for now, and then I've got pencil shavings everywhere. We're gonna go in with saddle, which is our second to lightest. And I didn't sharpen this. Dang it. Stand by. Okay, saddle. I'm going to flick. How am I going to do this? Okay, so what we're going to do is his spots first, which are going to be a light brown, and he's going to be chocolate colored. So he's going to be a darker brown everywhere else, but this little spot on his neck and this spot on his back. So I'm going to flick some hairs in to his spot, occasionally rotating my pencil so that I keep a sharp edge. And now mind you, I am not the best at fur, so if you've got a better technique, by all means. And I don't really know how his fur is supposed to go in which direction either. I'm just doing my best. Okay. And I'm going to go in again with fawn and push harder and make some more flicks as well. But let me get this one down as well. Okay, let's go in with fawn and do some flicking. Make sure your pencil is sharp. Oop, what? Oh, there we go. There are lines in this paper that are driving me wild. It's not on my blotter. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's bugging me. And I'm just kind of spinning my pencil to keep a sharp edge and just flicking in that fur. Going along the edges here of his spot. Okay, up here too. Okay, and we're just going to keep the darker browns out of these areas. We're still going to implement whatever, flick light and saddle in the fur out here, but we're also going to put in tarantula, which is the darker brown. And I might even grab a darker brown than that if I feel like it needs it once we get there. So I'm still using fawn. Actually, let's start with darker for his outside fur here. Tarantula. Now this is a redder brown. I actually really like this brown. It's in the Black Widow set. Stay. And I'm just trying to follow the lines that RJ provided. There's a lot of blank space for me to work with on my own, but some of the spots do have directional lines here that are flowing. I don't want to do really long lines though with dog hair. I mean, unless he's super shaggy, which I mean, he is a little shaggy, but they don't have, you know, they may have a lot of fur, but it's not very long. So I'm trying to make it as realistic as I can. I mean, I'm not an artist. Like I can't draw by myself personally. I just like to color. So again, if you have a better way, please, by all means, do it. And feel free, you know what, I didn't say this on my other color alongs and I meant to. Feel free, if you are coloring along with me, to DM me on Instagram or email me at danascoloringobsession@gmail.com your version of the picture. I would love to see them. I think that would be amazing if you decide to color along. Okay. So I hope you guys are all doing good. I feel like I'm finally really getting better. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I still have a little bit of a frog, but my regular voice is coming back, which is amazing. It's been over a month. Boy, I tell you what, you guys, RSV is no joke. No joke at all. It kicked my butt. But I'm very much so glad that it seems to be subsiding as I get froggy. It comes and goes. It's very strange, especially when I'm talking a lot. My voice starts to kind of still go, but it is better than it used to be. So yay! Whoa, that was a dark one. My bad. Sometimes my hand gets away from me too. It decides it doesn't want to work properly anymore. I think I'm starting to get issues with my wrists and my hands because I also, for my job, I'm on the computer and stuff too. And then my hobbies are all coloring and, you know, diamond painting and those kinds of things. And I think my hand's finally telling me, you know what? We're going to give you some grief here. Okay, so far I'm okay with how it's going. His tail though. Now they have longer hairs on their tail, the shaggy ones, generally. My pencil's getting kind of dull though. Let me sharpen it real quick. Get my point back on my pencil. There we go. Okay, how can I do this so you guys can still see, but get the angle I need? Pencil shavings everywhere now. I might not flick fawn into his fur. It depends on how it looks after I put saddle in here. Oh, his head. Okay, we're going to start with his ears. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't put... This is tarantula. Didn't realize my heart was not in frame. I don't want to make a big line though where there's a break in the fur. There we go. That's better. Okay. I wonder, what color should we do his collar? Or her collar? I don't know what color all of the rest of our laundry is going to be either. I don't want to do like a bazillion different colors. I think that'll make it too busy. We might do those kinds of things a little bit later as we put more color on the page. That way it'll tie in a little bit easier. I'm imagining that there's going to be some blue because I'll probably make this bottle blue because this is like a detergent or something. And the soap is going to be pink to match the socks and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway. Flick. 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 Actually, if we're flicking down, that's better for his head, I think. See, I don't want to have a line there, though. Complications. Don't want a line like where I cut off there, you know what I mean? Hopefully the lighter colors will get rid of that. So do you guys think that this little puppy is going to go see Mr. Tumnus in Narnia? Is he waiting for his master to come back from Narnia? That's more likely, huh? Devoted little puppies that they are. Let's do a little bit of shadow here. All right, now we're going to use saddle again. And I'm going to flick some saddle into his darker fur and see how that goes. We might not need that darker color. I don't really want him to be I like the red browns for him. I think it's fun. Have you ever seen a dog that's brown with a lighter brown spots and things? I think it looks really neat. That's what I'm trying to go for here. Ugh, my son is leaving somewhere, going somewhere in this ice storm, and I'm not too excited about that. Yes, I am a worrywart mother. He's also an adult, though, so, you know, I don't have a lot to say anymore. He's very good boy, though. And he's got a good head on his shoulders, so he'll be fine. Well, that's making him a little bit yellower than I want. But, I mean, I'm still okay with it. I'm still fine. At least this color kind of gets rid of some of the breakup lines that I was complaining about. Oh, Lord. Still have some white looking spots here, which surprises me with the fawn underneath, but I guess the fawn is pretty light. I'm trying to define this spot a little bit better. Get in the cracks here. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna sharpen this real quick. I'm actually going to take the tarantula really quickly and make a little bit of a shadow here where his tail is. Just a little bit there. There we go. Grab the saddle back again and continue on his tail. Licking. I hope you guys can see, but I have to have my hand this way. I'm sorry. Just trying to cover up any white space that I'm seeing. In his fur here. Okay. Oh, Jackson's freaking out again. Okay, so since this is making him fairly yellow, I am going to finish it out, obviously, but I am going to go back in with the tarantula not fully, but I am going to add a little more darker flicks in around his body area. Just to add that brown color back in more. There we go. Did I lose my phone? I did. I lost my heart. Oh well. I don't know where it went. You guys probably saw it fly off the page or something, but don't know what I did with it. Okay. Just put a little more brown back into his fur. Not a ton, so that we maintain the strokes and everything, but just enough to make him brown still, you know? Sorry, just 1 second. I'm going to grab the saddle. I forgot to do this ear back here. It doesn't match. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take the saddle again, and I don't know what I did with my heart. I don't know where my saddle heart, there it is. It flew off the back of my, there it is. I'm going to use saddle again real quick and just give him a little more fur strokes in his spots. Just a little. Okay, so his fur is done for me, and now I think, you know what, I was gonna do like grays on his nose, but I think it would be fun to have his little nose be all shiny and wet because he's been sniffing for his master. Sorry, I had to leave my chair for a second. I had to get my, I'm gonna use a black glazed jelly roll for his nose, so it's nice and sparkly on the page. And I think that'll be fun. Oop, well, if I didn't have gunk on the pin, that would be nice. Boy, this pin is being naughty. Let it dry a little bit and then go back over it because I've got a spot here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. There. And we'll decide on the collar later. That is going to do it for now, you guys. I can hear Jackson downstairs, and I'm sure my husband's getting a little frustrated, and I've been recording for over an hour. So you have homework. The dog is pretty much done except for her or his collar. You can finish the grays down here and up here as well. I'll figure out the knobs and stuff later. We might do like glaze, Jelly Roll glaze or something simple like that. I'm not sure. But the socks are pink. The dog and all of the machine. And then tomorrow I should be able to do the rest of it, I hope. So thank you for hanging out with me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.